Hey, I got Keegan Shivers here. First off, congratulations on the weekend sweep. Corbin, Bushnell, always tough. Like tonight, maybe sometimes a little tougher than it needs to be, but two dubs are two dubs. But really, first off, talk about this weekend, how important it is to Oregon Tech basketball.
I mean, every conference game is big, and this weekend, Corbin, Bushnell, always tough games. So to come out 2-0 this weekend feels good.
Those teams are coming in fighting for their playoff lives, trying to so they're going to give you 150% every night. It's going to be that way right down the rest of the way.
Yeah. It felt like we got it out a couple times during that game, and they just didn't give up. They just kept cripping back. And at the end, hit some big shots and made it a game. So props to them. Yeah,
you got to give them credit. You know, I haven't had a chance to talk to you since you surpassed 1,500 points in your career. That is, I mean, I talked to you after you hit 1,000. I told you your name will be in the record books forever. 1,500 points is amazing. You're down in the record books now as one of the best players to ever play. I mean, historic Oregon Tech. And then the other night, you did the unthinkable. You crossed the most three-pointers by any Oregon Tech player in program history.
Yes,
I mean, I can tell you about all the Americans that have played here, the great, great, great basketball players, but your name is at the top of that list, Mr. Shivers. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. I mean, just all the hard work over the past couple of years just paying off. And, I mean, it wouldn't be I wouldn't have been able to do it without such great teammates, such great coaches believing in me. Just guys that are able to get me open, guys that are able to get me the ball in the right spots. And it's really props to them, because without a good team, I mean, guys would be able to focus on me and it wouldn't be the same. So I'm really blessed and thankful for that.
I want to switch gears here because, you know, in high school, you weren't really a three-point threat. That wasn't the type of game you played. When you came here, that kind of morphed, right? Talk about that. How did that happen? That became such a big piece of your game?
Yeah. So my senior year, when I was going into my senior year, I went on a couple camps, and they just said, like, you need to become a better shooter. And there was one coach that had a lot of drills that he showed us, and that offseason, I just worked at my shot. So a lot of my senior year was put towards being in the gym, making shots, hitting shots. And then first year here, I mean, COVID, there wasn't really anything else to do but get in the gym and get shots up and get weights going. And that was really a blessing in disguise, because I was able to get comfortable in my spots and with my shots and really learn where I could succeed. And from then on, I mean, the coaches knew I could shoot the ball pretty good. So then them just giving me a little bit more of a leash to take those shots when I'm open, and it's paid off.
You know, I tongue-in-cheek, I always say Keegan hasn't met a shot he hasn't liked. It's a little bit true. But, you know, when you talk to guys, down through the years, I've talked to a lot of guys who are great shooters. And you've got that sixth sense where you'll only shoot a good shot. But your definition of what a good shot is will change sometimes based on the state of the game and where you're at and what's going in. And you just have that natural ability to say, okay, this is a good shot now, I feel it. Or this isn't a good shot, and it could be the same shot. Talk about, is that shot selection something you just have innately, or is it something you run, is there a calculus you run through your head?
Yeah, I feel like it depends on the game. I mean, like C of I with their zone, I might pull a deeper one just because they do a really good job at taking away the three, close to the three-point line. Depending on how we're doing on offense, if we're running, like, there's a lot that goes into it. And I mean, depending on how I feel, if I'm feeling like I could hit a deep one right now, like, I know how I need to feel to be able to pull one of those shots.
Exactly.
And I played a lot of basketball here now. So the last 5 years, I've been able to kind of realize when a good shot is a good shot, whether it's deep or close. And I mean, it's worked out, and it's been really fun.
You make that decision better than a lot of guys I've watched in my career. So, you know, the Owls now, this is a huge weekend, heading out, obviously, LC State on Friday. We're not going to look past Friday. But that's going to be a big game standings-wise. I've got to tell you that. If I'll just tell you fans, it's a big game.
It is.
So talk about, you know, what you're going to concentrate on this week and what you feel like the Owls have to do over the next 6-7 days to get ready for that trip to Lewiston.
Yeah, just watch some film, see what we could have done a little bit better, especially in this game. I felt like yesterday we were clicking pretty good offensively and defensively. So coach will have some stuff that we'll work on this week for practice, and then really just get into it and just keep building this week. I mean, it's the teams who are playing the best at the end of the year that matter the most. So just building on this weekend.
I got one last question for you. Cam Osborne making his own shot.
Oh, yeah.
One of the best we've ever had here to do that.
Yes, he is.
He's a bucket.
He is.
Talk about Cam for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it and we aren't able to get a shot, we get it to Cam and he makes stuff happen. And without him, we wouldn't be able to get ourselves open as much because they really got a key in on him. So he's a great player. It's amazing to watch him do what he does because I could never do anything like that. So it's really awesome to have a guy like that on our team. Yep.
Well, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it.